Confessions with Miguel and Holly. Hits 96.1.
If you want to get your confession in, get it off your chest, text it to us by putting the word hits along with your confession and send it to 96893 and you'll be anonymous.
Here's the first Queen City confession. Everyone thinks I'm a super healthy person. I built my persona around that. I'm all about clean eating and sharing my workouts and meal prep on Insta. I even do influencer deals with health brands.
Mm-hmm.
But my secret, once a week, I make myself a fried bologna sandwich. And not on some fancy bread either. We're talking white bread, mayo, a slice of cheese, the works. It's the way I grew up and I love it. I even hide the bologna in the fridge so no one sees it if they come over. I'm embarrassed because if any of my followers knew, they'd probably lose it.
I don't think so. And honestly, I think you should come clean and be honest because it makes you human. You're asking these people to do something that you're not doing, which is not good, because then you're setting this unattainable standard for people who are obviously feeling the same way you are. Like you've got to have a give somewhere. And it might not be a crazy thing for someone else, like that's that bad. Maybe theirs is like, oh, I really want like this whatever protein bar, but I'm not going to have it because my favorite influencer says you got to be too strict. It makes you human. And it's not like you're eating them every breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That would be rough. Once a week? Why would you not? Well, I just don't guilt yourself over this lie.
I think sometimes when you dive into the influencer world, you feel like you have to be a certain way. But there are so many influencers that I follow that I really appreciate when they show the truth. Like there's this one fitness influencer I follow, and yesterday on his Instagram, because he's always teaching you because sometimes like the influencer that are in the health world, it's not realistic. But this one guy is like, hey, if you have to go to fast food, here are the options you can do. And he did a whole post yesterday that was like, hey, I ordered McDonald's last night. I'm not going to feel guilty about it, but here's how to get back on track. And I appreciated that because I'm like, that's real life. Show that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the next Queen City confession. Short and sweet. I've been in a relationship for over 5 years, but I keep having dreams about a lady that's part of our hiking group. And now I feel like I want to ask her out for dinner.
Wait, what? Can you just read that again real quick?
Been in a relationship for over 5 years, but I keep having dreams about a lady that's part of our hiking group. And now I feel like I want to ask her out for dinner. Don't.
Well, don't.
Don't. Or break up with the person you're with and then
Right.
ask homegirl out.
Or like, yeah, this just because you had a dream about, like, you don't know that person that well. I mean, yes, maybe you get to know each other because you're hiking together or whatever, but what happens in your dream is not real life.
Right.
And also you maybe want to explore why you do want to ask her to dinner.
And
maybe it's going from dream to something in your, I don't know, your waking life.
I've had friends that have been in long-term relationships, but then all of a sudden they found feelings for someone and they're like, I don't know what to do. And my advice to them is always deal with your relationship first. And then once that's finished, if that is how it's going to turn out, then, go explore that other option. But don't do both at the same time.
No, because that's not even fair to the new person.
Right.
And they're not going to love that you're like double crossing your partner, because what does that standard set up for you in the future? Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Here's the last Queen City confession. I've made up my mind. I need to break up with my girlfriend. Oh. We've been together for almost 2 years and I know it's time, but here's the thing. I have no idea where to do it. Her place feels too personal. My place feels like I'm kicking her out after I do it, and doing it over text. Well, that's just garbage. And I definitely don't want to do it in public where she might feel embarrassed. I've literally been stalling because I can't figure out the right spot. But I know the longer I wait, the worse it gets.
Just do it at her apartment or whatever you said. Do it at her place. That way you can leave.
Right. Yes.
And,
yes.
Like, what do you mean too personal? It is personal. Guess what? Breakups are personal. Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to be the bad guy. But eventually we get over it and we move on. Go to this woman's house, break up with her, and get the bleep out so she can slam the door on you like
Yes.
any woman would want to.
And just know what you said, Holly. You're going to hurt her.
Yes.
There's
It's
nothing,
gonna-
there's no magic words to make the landing softer. It's going to be crappy, but you just got to do it.
You do have to do it. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Like, it hurts and then it gets better.
All right. We got to do this.
What do we got to do?
It's 7:15. We got to take a second to mourn.
Oh,
An iconic Charlotte staple just announced that they are closing their doors this weekend. And when I saw the news yesterday, I literally gasped, dropped everything, and went straight to this place. If you missed the news, I got to catch you up next.
okay.
But right after Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. We got some Bandcamp.
We got to get you some Kendrick Lamar and SZA pit tickets. It's about balance, okay?
Okay.